What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Saturday. I myself, head has been pounding all damn day. Dog won't stop barking. Just my head was killing me. So I'm sorry that this is a little bit about an hour or two late there. The Dolphins, they are another horrible franchise when it comes to getting their news out. So that didn't even come out till whenever. So I had some things to deal with here. It's been a long day, but I wanted to make this one, so I figured let's just do it live, wondering where it is. I always try to post these ones as soon as that information comes out for you. But look, excited about this game. We broke it down all week, talked about the top matchups, talked about every single thing you needed to know how the Eagles can attack this Dolphins team. We all know how, high-powered this Dolphins offense is, but we talk about the Eagles offense and how nobody should be able to stop them. And if anything, our defense is better than theirs. So we have a lot of injuries, a lot of things to figure out. Yep, next man up. Yeah, you've heard the crying, you've heard the whine in the media, the new fans, all that stuff. Guess what? Don't care. You see this right down below? That's Kelly Green. I cannot wait to be wearing that tomorrow, watching them wear it in the game. I'm pumped up, man. And I'm sorry if I'm not bringing all the emotion because my brain is literally on fire. But I'm excited about this game, and I've tried to break that down all week, without getting too far ahead of myself because we could happily, easily make me wrong here, right? But look, for me, this Eagles team got a lot to figure out. They know that. And look, new coordinators on offense and defense, I think for me, make it pretty plain and simple as to why there have been struggles, the injuries, all those things. So, look, time to turn some things around. Let's go beat a very tough opponent. And, this is the confidence booster you want. You talk about losing that game last week. That's a punch in the mouth that, hey, sometimes the team needs that. So use this and let's go whoop some ass. But, look, I'm here to break down the practice squad elevations, who was brought up from both teams, and going to look at the depth charts from both teams. So I appreciate you taking the time here. William, my man, thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a great weekend. Nice to see you as well, Liz. Happy Saturday to you. Appreciate you tuning in here. And it's always a good day to talk some birds, my friend. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for taking the time. Not going to be a long one because I'm having trouble even staring at this screen. So look, go check out those videos if you're looking for any of the stats, all the breakdown stuff. But this right here, I usually make these kind of videos not live. That way people, because somebody's tuning in. We got to fire everyone, trade them all. And it's like, okay, let's just talk about what we're talking about. But I could not leave you diehards hanging. And, we talked about it yesterday. I wanted to try to do something here live tonight. That obviously didn't happen. So you're getting the elevations live, and that's how we're doing it. Now, let's start it off with the Eagles. And it's the two names that I've told you all week that would be elevated by the Eagles that got elevated. So no surprise here, Julio Jones and Mekhi Garner. Now, Garner, a versatile defensive back that can help us at corner and safety. So no-brainer there. And then Julio Jones recently signed to the practice squad. Going to see what he's got left in the tank. And we saw Roby come in with a few days on the team and get some playing time. And look, with the injuries, Quez Watkins on IR, I think the same thing is going to happen for Julio. And it's not like, he needs to take all of, the reps from Devontae or AJ. It's just he and Alameda taking, the third and fourth wide receiver reps. So all about it. Want to see what he's got left. I am excited for this game here. So let's take a look at the updated depth chart now with these two guys added in. And you will not see these names because they are on IR. So Bradley, Evans, Johnson, Juergens, Maddox, McPherson, and Watkins. And of course, Rogers suspended. So those are the guys you will not see on this depth chart. But let's take a look. Eagles offense. I've had Julio in there all week. We've talked about this. Look, he's going to get his shot. So excited to see what goes down there. Everybody else on offense, good to go. Goddard, Lane Johnson, baby. So two huge pieces that were a little banged up, but they're ready to rock and roll. Opeta has been holding it down at right guard, so everybody just stay healthy. Let's go whoop some ass. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, we know that Reed Blankenship and Bradley Roby are out for this game, so that is why it made sense for Mekhi Garner to be elevated. He can help at nickel corner. He can help at safety, but you signed Josiah Scott back. We've got Ricks and Joe. One of those guys will be starting here, and I think they'll both get to play. But your depth, you've got Scott, you've got Garner, and Brown and Edmonds are the only safeties we have here. So they're going to have to step it up here And, Garner going to get some safety reps as well, I'm sure. So, hey, next man up, let's go. But the D-line, Jalen Carter back, baby. Let's go. Darius Slay's back, obviously. But Nakobe Dean, the three linebackers, we talked about it. Morrow and Cunningham started last week, as we talked about, getting Nakobe Dean back into things. And why not use all three? And that is exactly what they did. So, situational football, it's good to have good players. So, everybody other than those two that we knew they'd be out at the beginning of the week, so no surprise there. Everybody else good to go. Beautiful news there. And then the special teams department, everybody good to go there. So that is what is going down with the Eagles. That is what their roster will look like tomorrow. And usually I would have the inactives for you in the pregame, but I will be there. So going to try to make whatever live videos, whatever things I can post while I'm there, but not going to have all that information. So this is it for you. This is the final depth chart that you will see and all that stuff. But let's take a look now at the Dolphins and not only their elevation, but they made a roster move. And I already talked about that this week. And yesterday, I already put him on the depth chart, but it was made official today. Jeff Wilson activated off of IR, so they get him back. Great news for them. They just placed Chris Brooks on IR. So he and Mostert got a nice little 1-2 punch there. Now, when it comes to elevations, they only elevated one player, tight end Tanner Conner. So, look, I'm going to add him in here. You're going to see what that looks like. Let's take a gander here at their reserves. Now, Chris Brooks, he was just placed on IR. Clearly, he's going to be out. Jalen Ramsey, he is out. And look, he had his 21-day window open, so he will come back here soon, but we knew he pretty much wasn't going to play this week. Nick Needham listed as questionable, but he wasn't taken off the PUP list, so he's not going to play. But let's take a look now that you have all that information at their depth chart. So you see I added Tanner Conner there at tight end. Then you've got Alec Ingold, questionable. You've got Connor Williams at center, questionable. So we talked about Williams' struggles with the snap, so we'll see if he plays or not, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise for them. Never want to see anybody hurt, but we shall see there. And then on the defensive side of the ball, you can see Xavier Howard questionable and already missing Ramsey. But in the NFL, that doesn't always matter because, well, we just played a team that was missing both of their damn corners. And, we all know how that worked out. So as you can see, everybody else good to go. Kohu, and everybody else that was on that injured report this week. But Xavier Howard, questionable there. And then the special teams department, everybody good to go there. But people slamming stuff. We got dog freaking out. So it's definitely a party time. Saturday, getting ready for these birds. Look, I'm having myself a tough day, but the more I talk about the birds, more I think about it. It just gets me so pumped. I got a long day of driving tomorrow. I'm going to be like the whole time trying not to have a panic attack on my way there. And then being there so many hours in advance is, I'm going to try to burn myself out here, but I'm bringing the energy tomorrow. Don't care how I physically feel. So I'm going to have to pap it out tonight and go to bed early or something because unacceptable. But for any of you that are going to the game, make sure you stop by Lot E. As I have said, I will be there. I'm going to try to be there early as I can, probably around like 4 or 5 o'clock. We'll see. But I'll keep you all posted. I'll make those posts, as I've said, throughout the week. And, love to meet some of you, see some of you again. Get excited, rocking the Kelly Green. Anytime that, we're there at the link, it's an exciting time. So I'm all about it. I hope to see you guys there, though. And, John, my man, appreciate you tuning in, dude. And, man, it's always good to be healthy for sure. My man, appreciate you tuning in. And, yes, always ready for game day. So I am pumped up indeed. And Mekhi will compete. Well, Mekhi was here last week, man. He was elevated, and we talk about that all week. Probably going to get elevated again. Love the kid. So excited, bringing that versatility to help at safety and corner. So, yeah, man, he's going to be in there playing again this week. Tomorrow's going to be a great day indeed, Liz. I cannot wait. Going to try. I'm bringing my charger, all kinds of things. Try to be prepared. I don't care about the stupid internet. I will beat it. I will figure things out tomorrow. But I'm excited. I really am. Sunday Night Football. Oh, my God. The Kelly Greens are back. I don't know if you saw the post that the Eagles just posted there of the field. Oh, my God. Just man, it's like being a kid again. I know some of you weren't even alive when we had the Kelly Green. So to me, that's memories of going to those games with my dad, my brother, my pop. Like it's gonna be an emotional time, and I'm ready to run through some effing walls. I'm gonna be losing my mind. I cannot wait. I can't. I really can't. And I know we got a lot of negative Nancy's out there, a lot of people wishing ill on the Eagles, but guess what? I do not care. I remain confident in this team. They will find their way. And as I've said, I know a lot of people think that, you can trade and sign all pros at every position. I know that, someone was saying practice squad, how do we not have all Pro Bowlers on the practice squad? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is not Madden, man. This Eagles team, it's had its struggles because that's the way football works. And these players have to develop. The coordinators have to get things down with these players. They all got to get on the same page. We're talking week 6, we're 5-1, and people want to trade everyone, cut everyone, the season's over. Wild times, but tomorrow they get to find out. And, tomorrow, if we lose this game, I'm going to be pissed, but I want to see some fight. If you go out and fight and, you lose just because you're a little short-handed and some things happen, I'll accept it. But if you go out and you continue to shoot yourself in the foot, you continue to beat yourself. And Liz, you asked this a few weeks ago, and maybe ask something this Friday to break the curse or something, but you would ask, I'm kidding, but you had said, how can this team beat us? And I know it's not you cursing us because we didn't even lose that game, but I'm just saying that game, I said it, I curse us because you shoot yourself in the foot, you start doing stupid stuff, and we started doing that in that game. Now, I mean, we kind of were doing it the whole year, but we saw it, right? And it was like, oh, okay, like, let's not do this. The Commanders, right? I think it was. And then you go and you're like, all right, the Jets, we should be able to clean things up, beat the hell out of them. And it's like, you just overlooked them. And we're like, we're ready for the Dolphins, and that's exactly what we talked about. That's how you lose games. And the great thing about that is you can fix those things, right? So to me, I think that it's a no-brainer just to stay patient, stay confident in this team. We've got Jalen Hurts at quarterback and, all the pieces around him, the offense, the defense. And I know the coordinators are new, but remember, everyone wanted to fire Sirianni, Steichen, Gannon, all after like the first week or two in their first couple of years. And these guys were some of the best I've ever seen. You saw the coordinators were here for 2 years, right? They both got head coaching jobs. Like, you don't really see that very often. So it goes to show you how very little the media and a lot of the new fans understand about what's going on. It's always, you have to be all pros. You have to be undefeated. You have to have 40-plus point wins. That's unfortunately just not how this works. And as an Eagles fan, I can tell you, if that's what kind of games you're hoping for, this is the wrong fan base to be in because, oh, my God, even when they're the best team, they're going to give you a heart attack no matter what. That's just what they do, man. So if you're thinking this is like the 90s where you just get to pick the team that's winning like the Cowboys and just be like, they're my favorite, they win all the time. Like, that's not how this team is, man. It's unfortunately, it's in real life. Hey, baby, I'm all about it, William. All about it. 34-31. Let's go. Days, all right, man. My head, if you're wondering why I'm like squinting, my head is pounding right now. It's been all day. To get home, my dog just won't stop barking. It's just like, okay, man, like, it's been brutal. So, but I appreciate you tuning in, man, and I hope you're having a great day. Hope you and the family are doing well. Appreciate you asking, but I'm trying to bring the energy, trying to get excited here, but I'm definitely running on fumes here. So many sports games, the Phillies, the Eagles are just draining me, and you guys know the health hasn't exactly been great lately, so I'm not making it any easier on myself, and our Philly teams are definitely not making it easier for me because, yes, I emotionally invest in these people and it physically kicks my ass. Hey, I'm a glutton for punishment, baby. That's what being a Philly sports fan is all about. I mean, hey, I didn't drink like a maniac because, I wasn't an Eagles fan, so that's how you get cirrhosis at a young age, man. Being an Eagles fan, it's like just marked for death. So, I mean, look, grateful I don't have to, use any kind of drugs anymore in life. But it's like, for me, I was an emotional wreck in life. And adding that on top of being an Eagles fan, like, dude, we emotionally invest everything in that. So then you add in alcohol and other things and getting crazy. I mean, you just recipe for disaster. So now it's like, dude, I don't even do that kind of stuff. And I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack every game. I'm like, oh my God. And well, I mean, obviously my blood pressure is not supposed to be high. So Well, too bad. It is what it is, man. I love my birds, and I don't mind. I'll go out swinging with my birds, and I hope that's the mindset you guys have. And I understand things are looking a little doomy and gloomy. We're 5-1. You never want to start a season 5-1. Oh wait, what? No, but look, I understand that there have been red zone issues, things that don't look perfect, but remember it's week 6, and that this team will continue to practice, continue to get better, and Brian Johnson will figure things out with Jalen Hurts, what works, what doesn't. This whole entire team, we've got some new pieces. We've got to figure things out and how they want to use them. And look, man, I know, you see it every day. Fire everyone, trade everyone. But it's like, let's just have a little faith in Howie Roseman, Nick Sirianni, and this team. Like, remember last year when it was trade Hurts, fire Howie Roseman, fire Nick Sirianni. Like, those guys took us to a Super Bowl. Patience is key, man. So let's just try to stay patient, and let's see tomorrow when they go play a really tough team, because you've played some opponents, right, where it's like, oh, we should win this game big. You've had your struggles, so let's see how you do up against a team with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, and Jeff Wilson running the ball, Tua at quarterback. So it's going to be the toughest test to date, and we've got injuries, but don't care. Jalen Carter's back, man. Darius Slay. We've got Slay. We got Bradbury, man. We've got Carter and Davis up front. We got Reddick. We got Sweat, baby. Cox and Milton Williams at depth. You've got Nolan Smith. Maybe he gets some more reps. Brandon Graham and Derek Barnett's there. I mean, you've got so much talent. Reed's out, but guess what? Sidney Brown. You saw last week someone came in here. Oh, where's Sidney Brown? Those content creators that are all slandering him right now, I promise you, they will be the biggest Sidney Brown fans you've ever seen. Mark it down. I'm telling you right now. Honest here. When I talked about Sidney Brown before the draft, it was because he's very talented. And the reason I wanted us to draft him is, well, you're going to find out tomorrow. So, Sidney Brown, go out there, ball, man, and do what you can. And I've talked about him and Nolan Smith taking a little bit more time than someone like Jalen Carter when it comes to getting reps. But guess what? Everybody's hurt on this team, and especially at safety. So, Sidney Brown, it's time to step it up. And Terrell Edmonds is in there. So, look, I like Terrell. I liked him better as a depth piece, but he's got to start. It is what it is. And if he starts, struggling in certain areas in coverage, he's actually been doing all right, to be honest with you. But Mekhi Garner, he can play some, and he did that last week. So just keep in mind that we've got versatile pieces, and a lot of people, just because you haven't heard of someone doesn't mean it's over, or that it's each week trying to get people on board with the Eagles here. So we'll see. But and look, man, there's a reason I make those shows, explaining the cap and how everything works. But I always think that when I look at it, my videos, I'm like, man, that sucks. Like, you see, it's like, oh, only 100 views. Oh, only 200 views. Sometimes a few hundred, but it's like, that means that there's hundreds of thousands of people out there that are uneducated about how things work. Like, they're listening to the Dan Cilios, the ESPs about trading everyone. We're trading. Everybody traded. You remember last year when they said we couldn't. We don't have cap. I explained all the people we would. Remember when I explained how we would trade for A.J. Brown, how we would sign Hassan Reddick, James Bradbury, all those things like weeks and months in advance before they ever even happened, because I'm able to break down, and the media for some reason just decides not to learn how to do this stuff. So for me, I love it. I get to just be the only person. So I don't know, man. I try so hard, and it breaks my heart to see, because people get so mad at me. They're like, yeah, right, we could trade. We're getting Derrick Henry and Patrick Surtain because Dick Balls Sports told me that. And it's like, dude, it's a 12-year-old kid who's never played football and has no idea how it works, and you want me to believe that they've got sources. Like, dog, I don't know anyone else in the content creator world that actually has a source other than me, because every time you've ever seen them say, someone's telling me, that stuff never actually happens. Oh, well, it fell through. Like, that's called making stuff up and hoping that it sticks. That's something I will never do. What I do is bring you facts. So, look, I know people hate it, and it's weird as shit to me, but I'm starting to realize, like, I'm old, dude. Like, this is the new generation. They love misinformation. The phones, just lies, and, oh, my God, we're trading for Derrick Henry. Like, that's the stuff they love. So it's like, I have to remember that, man. So I try, man. But for the few of you that do tune in, like, that's why I keep coming back. It's like, yeah, but there are people that do like football. There are people that want to know how stuff works. Like, don't leave them hanging because of all the shitty people. And that's something I've had to come to terms with. And it's like, oh, maybe one day, people. But until then, you're always, well, we're trading for this guy. We're going to trade for this. And it's always like, well, you could watch my video and I'll show you how we could or couldn't. And I'll tell you, like, okay, but they don't. It's just whatever, man. And I'm all about it, man. All about it. Let's effing go. So, I feel very confident in this team. And as I said, that throughout this week, I think this is going to be the week. I'm hoping that we get people on board, that people, never said a bad thing about we need that, right? Because mentally, I need a break from the negative comments every day on every. I mean, I remember the other day I posted like Lane Johnson's back in practice, and it was like Devontae back in practice, and people just pissed. I screw the fire every trade, and it's like I have to delete half these things because it's like, holy shit, bro! Like, you're not gonna be wishing death on people and like losing your mind because you can't handle understanding what football is. Like, dude, too much negativity in the world. So let's keep positive. Let's get pumped up here. Let's talk about how this team is going to continue to grow rather than how they are going to continue to fail and we need to fire everyone. Like, why does that have to be the thought process in week 6? It's not to me. So keep growing. And tomorrow, your biggest test. And I'm kind of glad it comes right after getting your ass handed to you. Your first loss of the season to the team you shouldn't have lost to probably the most on your schedule. So that's a wake-up call, man. Losing to Zach Wilson and the Jets, that's a wake-up call, man. Yeah, they got a great defense, great defensive players, but you're way better than them. Unacceptable. So go out here and you talk about how fast the Dolphins are. We're the Philadelphia Eagles. You have to come into our house. Let's punch them right in the mouth. That's the football we play. Control the clock. Run the damn ball. Do all the things we talked about all damn week. Make this your game. Don't allow them to, run the score up, do their thing. No. Make them one-dimensional and then don't break. Everybody gets pissed off. They're going to when Tua throws for 300 yards, but it's all 5-yard passes. I'm perfectly fine with that if they're not throwing bombs to Tyreek Hill every play. I want them to stop that desperately, but you can't leave it open down underneath. So we're going to have to see how these other guys figure it out. But we'll see, man. It's crazy. Heard a Eagles creator say trade AJ. He said he's a diva. I'm like, oh, God. And this is what I'm talking about. It's like these people just don't know what they're talking. You can tell they never played football because, all right, I was a wide receiver. So, yeah, I'm sure. But you never called me a diva when I was on the field, especially because I played defense too. So, and I was a headhunter. So back in my day, we just kind of cocky. Yeah, because we were the playmakers, man. And if you're good, you're going to talk that smack. And AJ, with what things he and Hurts had going on the sideline, every time anything ever like happened here with Kelsey or anything, I've told you each time, I don't care. I'm not gonna, people make shows about it. Oh, it's over. Everyone, we're trading them. They're front. It's like, why is that the reaction to everything? Why is it overreact to everything? Lose your mind. It's all over. Always just that negative quitter attitude. It's the weirdest thing ever, Liz. But yeah, don't trade one of the best receivers in the game. No. And that just goes to show. But I guarantee you that same person, they said trade Jalen Hurts just 1 year ago. So that harkens back to why I don't watch. I can't listen to that kind of stuff because I'm not going to waste these are seconds of my life that I'm not going to give to other people that don't have a clue what they're talking about. Like, it's like the parrot show. All I see is people just copying and pasting and saying the same exact thing as the other person or something they read. Lame as hell, man. And that's why I created my own. And you've seen a lot of people, create things and try to be exactly like me now. And that's awesome, dude. And I wish they'd give me more credit when they take on my work. But it's like, I told you, I just wanted to change the game. I just want people to start talking sports and stop just making shit up all the time. Understand how the cap works. Then you can talk about trading people. You know what I mean? Like, just understand how these things work. But it's like, no, I'm just going to make shit up. And it's like, that's weird. That's weird. But I'll never do that to you guys. And every time I've ever given you a source and what they've told me, it's happened every single time. So I always feel so bad for those people who are like, yes, source, trust me, bro. And it's like, hey, little buddy, like, I'm so sorry that I'm not like all the people that you follow and support that lie to you and you reshare it and post it and comment all the time and support them lying to you, I actually get it all right because I have a real source. And I always feel bad. It's like, I'm sorry that you're mad that I told you what's going to happen. You feel bad for them. It's like, what's going on at home that you're mad that I'm giving you something before it happens. Like, and it breaks your heart, man, that they love to be lied to, and it is what it is, man. So, and appreciate that, man. And look, I don't try to be perfect. I just try to love my birds, and I hope that you guys keep tuning in and we have fun together. And the reason we've been so caught in this, and you guys talk about it all the time with this negativity, and I see it too. You know what I mean? And doing this, I obviously deal with it a lot, but I told you guys this year, it's like, I don't want to dwell on that stuff. I don't care about those people. Like, they have something going on. And me, for the first few years, I've tried to reach my hand out. I want to help everyone. What's going on? I want to be your friend. Maybe we can bond over the birds. Like, that's, and I told you I wanted to make that a show, bring people on, bond over the birds, talk about stuff. So, look, I love you guys, and that's what this is all about. This is a family here, and I just want, this is our escape, right? Like, I understand if, you hate the Eagles, like, go to a, content creator that's just like you. Like, there's so many of them that hate the Eagles and only cheer for them when they're winning. Like, there's a lot of that content for you. Like, if you don't like diehards that get more than anyone right, have real sources, if that kind of stuff isn't for you, like knowing all of the injuries, what the depth chart is, every single player ever signed on the practice squad roster, if you don't like knowing everything about the Eagles, then, hey, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to upset you, but this ain't going to be the place for you, because this is all birds, baby, and it's for sickos like Unspoken, like Liz, like Drew, who's probably going to be tuning in at 4 a.m. just to watch this. Like, that's what this is all about. And Daedric, appreciate you tuning in, baby. Go Birds! Let's go, man. That's what this is about. And that's what I try to get across. And Herschel knows it. Everybody knows it. It's about getting real. And if you ever watched a game with me or been, in a tailgate, anything, that my passion, this is what they talk about. We're crazy. Yeah, we are. We love our Philadelphia Eagles. And it's just something they don't understand, and that's okay. But for those of you who live it, what I'm talking about. And it's like, let us enjoy this. Let us come together and feel it. Even if it's bad, we want to feel it together. That's what this place is for. Like, we lost the Jets. I was pissed, dude. We're going to break that down. We're going to talk about that. We'll be pissed together. We want to be happy. We're going to be happy together. That's what it's all about. But I feel for you guys. I'm always here for you. And you guys ever want to talk about, how much they annoy you, but I try not to. Those people, just let them, and I do pretty well at blocking them, getting rid of them, so you guys don't, because I see them commenting on your guys' stuff. Like, I think it was Tone, my man Tone out there. He posted something like, "Oh, I'm so happy about the Kelly Green." And someone was like, "I'm so sick and tired." And it's like, dude, holy shit, man! Like, can't even be happy about Kelly Green, man. Weirdos, let's go. You know it though, man. But who cares, right? It's like, you guys know you got a diehard right here who doesn't quit. I'm going to make it. I will work for the Eagles, and I'll give you real media. We've already changed the game here together. You guys have helped me do that. You see people talking about the cap. You see them understanding what's going on in football. We've taught people how it actually works, and it's working. So let's effing go. That's what I try to focus on, the positive here, man. And that's what we do with the Eagles. We talked all week about the positives. It's positive that you signed a Hall of Fame receiver at 34. No one can play in the NFL at 34. It's like, well, Travis Kelce's 34, and I think he's actually pretty good. But, again, it's the media and their narratives, and it's like, yeah, Julio's not who he was 10 years ago, but he's still a really good receiver that can help out the team. Like, just anything that people can, nitpick. And it's like, hey, man, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. That's the NFL. Let's be happy we have a good team. Let's talk about how they're still very young, how the coaches are still young, how the players, like, we've got something to build here, baby. It's dynasty season, and that ain't going anywhere. And the way you build dynasties like that is you beat teams like the Dolphins. You go beat the Commanders, then you beat the Cowboys, you take your bye, you rest up, you get healthy, you come out, you beat the shit out of the Chiefs, the 49ers, the Bills, the Seahawks. I don't give a damn who it is. You build yourself a Super Bowl champion this year, you win it, and then the rest is history. We talk about the 2 second-round picks next year. We've got 17 picks in the next 2 years. Whew. We talk about all the cap we have. This team, we're building something here. Stay patient. Rome was not built in a day. Neither was the Philadelphia Eagles dynasty. So, just saying, let's stay patient here. But yeah, you know I don't, bro. And that's why I'm always able to give you guys stuff that actually happens. And more power to you guys that rely on that stuff. But look, I built this thing the way we make sure that everybody gets the truth. I've done my work, and everybody, you see all these other channels that follow suit. What I do, that's who you follow. This is what you do. This is how you find out if something's real. This is like, I've shown people this is how to do it. I've made so many people better because I want them to be better. I'm not someone that's like, I want you to fail in life. Like, no way, man. We're all going to the top, baby. So if you're here with me, you're going to the top. That's just my mindset. And if I can help you, get yourself there, like that's what it's always about to me. And yeah, how about it? Drew's going to be poor dude. Oh my God. What? 8:30 it starts. So for him, 2:30 a.m. is when it begins. So it'll be over around like 5:30, 6 a.m. Oh, poor Drew. Poor Drew. And yeah, right. It's like the Kelly Green. I hear it. It's like Julio, screw him. Like it's okay. And the practice squad ones, if you guys keep your eyes on those ones, the videos or the posts or anything I do, people get so pissed off. And I'm like, bro, it is the practice squad. Like, these guys are going to get released and signed. Like, it happens like all the time. It's a merry-go-round, dude. And it's going to happen all the time. And I try to say, like, don't get worked up. People are like, oh, the Eagles suck. They got rid of this practice squad guy. And it's like, when Rashad Evans is our starting linebacker, it's like, dude, no, he's not even going to make it on the active roster. Little did we know he really didn't. But it's like, it's one extreme or the other. You know what I mean? Oh, Quest sucks. Trade him. And it's like, you can't trade him. He's on IR. They don't even know that. But it's like, oh, well, we need a better receiver. It's like, okay, how about a Hall of Fame Julio Jones? Because, there's not many options out there in free agency. And it's like, no, he sucks too. I know, Herschel. I know. He's pissed about it too. What are you going to do? We'll be happy regardless. But exactly. And that's something, with real fans, we do that shit all the time. I mean, growing up, like in my family and stuff, oh my God, like, that's what we do. It's that always say quit attitude that these new fans have. That's the difference. And nobody's confused about the difference of the two, because diehards know exactly what diehards are. It's and we all see what these new fans look like. It's weird. You can tell. No, not at all. We need a power back like we won the Super Bowl. No, I don't think that's our issue at all. Yo, my man Joseph, appreciate you tuning in. But no, I like DeAndre Swift a lot, actually. And I would continue to use him. I think in the red zone, maybe figure out what you're doing. I know they like Kenny G a lot down there. He is a tougher runner, and he's a good blocker. But Rashad Penny was somebody, we talked about why, I liked him, why he was brought in here, and that was before Swift. But with Swift, it was like, oh, yeah. But that's just not how this offense works. Like, we really just don't use a power back, because out of that RPO, like the certain backs we use, Penny doesn't really fit what we're trying to do with that. And I think when you're talking short yardage, really, well, no, they're probably just running Jalen Hurts. So, look, I'm not saying I 100% agree. I thought Penny was going to take that. But, yeah, you're not trading away all of your picks and cap for a position you don't even use now. So, yeah, I would not do that. But, yeah, some of you guys definitely are, man. But for me, I grew up in – it was tough. Like I watched this team suck. Like at Kelly Green, we were not good when I was growing up, and I was perfectly fine. See, I learned how to stand with my team no matter what. My, grandfather, my father, they taught me how to bleed green forever. And it was just like, oh man, like all these other teams, and all the people that were fans, like, oh my God, the Cowboys, everybody was always winning, and we weren't. And then I got to be a teenager, and oh yeah, let me tell you, that team, McNabb and crew, like I was blessed, man, to watch some good years. Now, we made it to one Super Bowl and lost it, but we at least had a good team, right? And I enjoyed it. And then as I got older, we win the Super Bowl and we get all these new fans, and now it's like, every day, and it's like, dude, but I agree with you, man. Some of those people are definitely spoiled as hell, and it's bad. And it isn't, it's nice though, man. And look, man, I appreciate that. And why wouldn't you, right? Like I am the source. Like I've not seen one person that correctly guessed 5 years in a row who we would draft, breaks down the cap, So yes, when they take this information, it's like, that's what I want them to do. But I just prefer they're like, hey, this is Jimmy Smith, the guy that tells me everything that I repeat. So they don't, but it's all right. They build their followings. One day people will realize, oh my God, this is where they get it all. And you see, and I always say, I'm your favorite content creator's favorite content creator. You'll see them in here every once in a while. They'll say something, but they're watching, because it's like, they're about to become real smart all of a sudden after this show. I always find that funny. Look, and we talk about him being the fourth guy. That is exactly what he is. So he's the fourth running back, and they don't feel like using him. It's pretty simple, and people always, why are they not? So I look, if it were me, I would have used him. I'm just telling you what my source told me before the season started. They just don't like him. They think he doesn't fit what they're doing. He's going to be RB4. Probably not going to see him. And sure as shit, that is what happened. And without, Boston Scott had that head injury. So he came in and we barely used him, had him back on kick return, didn't get one, but it was just like, oh, maybe we'll use him. And nope. And we didn't use him at all. So it's like, yeah. So I'm with you guys. Trust me. There's like, if you listen, and I know you guys can't watch every show, but I am very frustrated about a lot of things, but there's a difference between being frustrated than just quitting. Like, oh, trade everyone. So it's like, let's talk about what we can fix. And I think that's where those people get lost, because they have no idea what they're talking about. So there's no fix. I appreciate you, my dude. And as I grow, I told them, look, man, you better start giving me credit, because people are going to start seeing where you're getting all this information, becoming a cap expert and all these wild ideas. And you saw all the top content creators during the draft tuning in. When they were on the Bijan kick and all that stuff, they were all watching my show, asking, what you guys know, each year I do that show, who am I picking? And they were, who do you have? And as soon as I said Jalen Carter, all of their picks changed. Oh, we're taking Jalen Carter. And it was awesome. I was like, and then they had the audacity to grandstand afterwards. I told you they would. And I was like, bro, you literally had to watch my show and listen to me tell you before. Oh, that's something else, man. I'll tell you what. Linda, let's go. Appreciate you tuning in. A big shout out to Linda and Candy. Last couple of days, you guys with the big super chats. Oh, cannot thank you enough. Going to help me with that gas on my travels tomorrow. Going to do my best to get you guys some great videos and some action from tomorrow's game. All the Kelly Green that we can see. Oh, yeah. Cannot wait. But I'm going to do all I can tomorrow. As soon as I get there, set up shop, try to do whatever, because the computer doesn't work there. It's not even a computer, it's a Chromebook. But I'm going to do all I can. But I appreciate you tuning in, Linda. I hope you're having yourself a great weekend. And Julio Jones, great addition, pumped up about it. And my man, I appreciate that. And I think, with Julio, you look at, what he adds off the field, just as a Hall of Famer. You hear from A.J. Brown, what he's been able to learn from him. And, I think for me, it's huge for Devontae, for A.J., and these guys are going to, learn a lot from him, but it's going to open things up. And it's also going to allow Brian Johnson to do things he couldn't with Quez Watkins. Quez Watkins is not a slot receiver. I'll say it every damn show. He is a speedster. That's it. Not a great route runner, not great hands. It's just not him. Julio Jones is the complete opposite. He does all those things, but he's not a speedster right now. I think that he's going to allow Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown to be in the slot at times. I mean, you have Olamide in the slot at times. There's, Devontae could come off. You put Julio in. There's things you can do differently now because, and yes, he's older. Yeah, he's probably not going to be out there every snap. Don't care. It's just like Brandon Graham. They get older, man, but you lessen the reps, let them stay fresher, and we'll be just fine, man. But I'm with you. I think that adds a dynamic that we needed on offense. And people are, why would you need a receiver? It's like, well, because Quez Watkins is not doing anything. And I like Olamide, but I'd like more than 3 receivers for what we're trying to do, because Olamide is not that guy we're looking for. But he is a guy in this offense. He's another interchangeable guy that can play inside and outside, even at 5'8". But love the kid. He's just not, Julio Jones. So it is what it is. But, I got to get going, guys. I love each and every one of you. I don't know how I just kept going for this long with you, but you guys always find a way to keep me swinging here. Heads pounding. So sorry if the energy wasn't as high today. I'm trying. I am truly trying. And tomorrow, I'm going to bring it all to you. It's going to be an exciting day. I cannot wait. This Kelly Green, just being in a sea of Kelly Green is going to be truly amazing. I cannot wait for it. But my man GP, appreciate you tuning in, brother. I am actually about to roll out. Was supposed to roll out like 20 minutes ago, but here we are. And yeah, we can use him all over, man. I'm pumped up about it. Yeah, he's always been a great possession receiver. Definitely a great pickup. Yeah, and that's what people don't understand. Practice squad signing. So, yo, G Fish, appreciate you tuning in, my man. Appreciate all of you, but I am heading out here. I hope you all are having a great weekend. I hope to see you tomorrow. I will be live from the link, making posts, making videos, little shorts, whatever I can do. Keep you all entertained with that Kelly Green Day over at the link. Oh my God, I still can't believe it. It's also surreal. It's back and I can't wait. Now you guys know I wear Kelly Green all the time anyway, but to be able to be at the game and watch them wearing it, it's gonna take me right back to my childhood. And just seeing that field tonight, it was like, oh, I can't wait. But I hope you're all having yourselves a great weekend. Hope to talk to you tomorrow. Now, if you would like to talk some more birds, you can always comment right down below. You missed the show or you just want to keep talking, let's effing go. I'm always down to talk some birds. Maybe you've got a score prediction. You've got an MVP on offense, on defense. Maybe you've got the whole damn game broken down. Whatever is on your mind, I would love to hear how you think this game is going to go down. You've heard from me all week, but now it's time to hear from you. And yo, if you missed any of those shows, go check them out. Go check the practice squad elevations from right now. You can go check out the top matchups from the other day. There's so many videos with so much content out there, but the beginning of this video is the practice squad elevation. So make sure you catch that. It has the updated depth chart, so you know everybody playing on both teams. But I appreciate you all. Hope you have a safe weekend. If you're going to the game tomorrow, get your ass to Lot E. Let's effing go. And hey, it happens, bro. It truly happens. And I'm hoping I pass out early tonight because I am Beat Street. Nice, man. I've got myself at the Randall right here in front of me. We got McCoy right there, Shady McCoy from when they wore the 51s. But I think the old Cunningham is what's going to come out tomorrow with the Jerome Brown 50-year patch. Let's go! I'm pretty excited for tomorrow. I'm not going to lie to you. So let's go. But I hope you're all ready. Hope to hear from you tomorrow. I appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry that energy's a little low, but I'm literally like my head's just on fire. So let's rock and roll. We're fighting through it just like the Eagles are going to fight through their injuries, rise above it, go get that big win tomorrow. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. If you got anything from this, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. You can always subscribe to the channel. And as I always say, you guys can always comment on any of these videos. You ever have questions, you can follow me on any of these platforms. You can always reach out if you want to talk about life, anything that's going down. You let me know, man. I've been to hell and back and might not know, the answer for you, but we can at least try to help each other out. I'm always about extending my hand because you guys, you don't know how much you're there for me. It really means the world. So I love you all. Hope you're having a great weekend, but I will be back live from the link tomorrow unless something crazy happens in between and I got to make a live one. But yes, until then, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all have yourselves a great Saturday night. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!